Hi, welcome to episode 1 of SassQuad. I am Maggie and with me today is Richard. We have a great show for you today. Today we're going to talk about 2 hits on Netflix, Stranger Things and Black Mirror. We'll be giving our opinions and reviews on these movies and shows, as well as funny skits about the scenes. So let's dive right in. So Richard, you're a fan of Black Mirror and Stranger Things, correct?
I mean, Black Mirror is not really my cup of tea, but Stranger Things is what I really look forward to watching a lot. I watch that a lot.
So what is it about Stranger Things that you like more than Black Mirror?
I like how it's kids like me, when I was growing up, adventure is something I really like to do when I was young. So kids that were on an adventure, finding new things to do and stuff like that, and doing things they like to enjoy and solving riddles and stuff like that was very unique. So I found good interest in that.
Okay, cool. Now, I know you said you like Stranger Things more than Black Mirror, but you still watch Black Mirror.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes.
Really? So what were you able to collect after watching Black Mirror?
After watching Black Mirror, I realized Black Mirror is really in the technology aspect of the world. So how the future would really be when we get older. So I guess it's a different outlook watching it than watching Stranger Things. It's just, it doesn't really catch my eye as much because every episode is very all over the place.
So, if you had to choose a theme for both of these shows to compare them, what would it be?
I mean, the theme obviously is trapped because with the Stranger Things, there's a kid named Will that gets trapped inside of a whole nother world that sees different things, sees monsters that regular people like us would not be able to see. And Black Mirror is obviously technology because they're way ahead of life, and obviously in the entertainment world as making the show. They're trapped in the technology world, which is basically how our life is going to end up being.
Well, honestly, that is a great observation you made because my theme is that I would have never thought that you'd find it as it being a trapped in a sense because I understand with Stranger Things they're trapped with the monster, and in Black Mirror they're trapped because of futuristic technology. Honestly, I just thought the main theme is if you like it, you'll watch it. If you don't, you're not going to watch it. It is what it is.
I mean, you can look at it that way too.
Now, what are top shows that you would recommend and movies that you would recommend to future people that are looking to get into Netflix?
Stranger Things is definitely one. You guys might like Black Mirror, I don't know. Everybody's aspect is different. There's a show called The 100 about these kids that come from the space that land on Earth to see if they can survive. There's another show / movie called Hatfields and McCoys. It's about families that hold very valuable last names. There's also a show called The Greenhouse Academy. What else? There's a lot more out there, but those are the ones that really caught my attention.
Now, you did list Greenhouse Academy.
Yeah.
So for those that are watching that are familiar with that, can you give us a little summary of what it's about?
Greenhouse Academy is basically a school that has a bunch of kids that are either athletic or very smart, but there's these 2 children that had a mom that used to be an astronaut that went to that same exact school, and she basically passed away, quote unquote, but another man saved her, and there's a whole nother backstory to this whole thing because people were hating her because she found out the truth about the government and stuff like that, so they killed her, so on, so they say, but then they ended up finding out that she was still alive because one of her friends helped save her and gave her a heads up about what was happening.
Okay, cool. Well, Richard, I don't necessarily agree with you because I feel as if Black Mirror is better than Stranger Things. There's actually one episode from Black Mirror where the government introduced this new technology to this doctor. So basically the doctor was feeling a lot of guilt because a lot of people were passing away in his care. So the government decided to show him, hey, I have this new technology that we could introduce to you. Basically what it does is we're going to insert a chip into the back of your ear, and then we're going to put this helmet type of shield over the client's head. So whatever pain they're feeling, you can feel as well. Basically the aspect of that is to show, for instance, say the client can't talk, there's a language barrier, they're really sick, or they're really injured to the point where it is hard for them to speak at the time, or they're too young to tell us what's going on, he can actually pinpoint what exactly is wrong with the patient. So one of the patients, he was actually able to determine if they had a stroke or not. But later on into the show, the doctor started to be obsessed with the feeling of pain, and he started to hurt himself, and he started to kill people to endure more pain because he found pleasure from it. So I mean, it's all cool things, and I still confused on why you would find Stranger Things more interesting than Black Mirror. Like, come on, every show is completely different.
I mean, but that's the thing that throws me off, though. Like, I like shows like everything is like a sequence, like things that lead up to happen. If I watch one episode and then I'm hooked on one episode, then go to the next one, it's a totally different thing. How am I supposed to stay on track with, feel me?
See, I might have to stop you there. So you're a student at Kane University, you're a freshman. Do you work as well?
Yeah.
All right, and you also have this brand called Sushi Boy Entertainment.
Yeah.
Now, why wouldn't you like a show where every episode is different from everything else? Only because, for instance, say you miss one episode, you don't have to watch that episode to catch up to what's going on next. That's why I feel like Black Mirror is meant for busy adults like us, even students, workers that don't have time to catch up with every single episode of the season to catch up with what's going on.
I mean, I guess you could say that. That's true. I could agree on that one. But like, isn't a show supposed to be like somewhat tied into like the same thing? Like, isn't it supposed to have like one little like plot?
But that's the thing. The plot for Black Mirror is technology.
So every episode is about technology.
It's about how technology is going to ruin us soon in the next, I don't know, 200, 300 years.
Because I definitely saw another episode that had nothing to do with technology.
Wow. So I come on this show and get a smart interviewee. It's okay. But we're going to roll this back.
Okay.
How can you not like the show? Every show is about technology.
But I just told you.
Anyways, folks, now, what do you like about Netflix? I understand you named your top 4 shows that you do recommend for new audiences to watch from there.
Yeah.
And you did name one that started off 100, please.
The 100.
The 100.
Yeah.
You did explain that one, but you just named it. You didn't really explain or go into depth on what it's really about.
Yeah.
So can you please explain? Because I personally haven't watched it myself.
Okay. All right. So there's a group of humans that are started in space, but there's already people on the ground. They think that it's basically like a Christopher Columbus type thing when you think that you discovered something but you really didn't and people are already there. But they basically sent them down there to see if they could survive because they've been in space for so many years. So basically they go down there, see if they could survive, and then they just turn into animals, start killing people, like things they never thought they would do. And things that they never thought they would do are things up there that would be serious crimes. So they just took nothing into consideration and just turned their life completely around. And mind you, all of these are like teenagers that are prisoners because they sent them down there like on a punishment basically, but it was basically like freedom because they really survived, but the people up there thought they wouldn't survive because they basically came down like a meteor, like a, how you call it?
Spaceship or something?
Spaceship, yeah. They just came down on a spaceship, crashed into the earth, and then saw a new world that they never saw before.
And this is on Netflix?
Netflix, yes.
That's pretty cool. I might have to watch it. Is it a movie or a show?
It's a show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that ends our segment for today. I just would like to thank Richard for joining us here and talking to us more